Hello, Sam Owens here with another important video about the intermittent cranking problem on, I think it's 05 through 10 had this intermittent crank problem where you turn the key to start it and you hear a click. Sometimes you have to do it a couple of times, sometimes it just 10 times and it'll finally crank. Very, very frustrating, and you're on edge every time you crank it. Well, I'm going to eliminate that problem. I've been fighting this since 2012. At first I thought it was the start relay, and I had everybody to change the relay. Well, that will correct the problem temporarily. Every time you change the relay or just move it, it corrects the problem for a little bit and everything is fine. What I'm going to do is I have the start relay removed. You do not need it to run the automobile or the Jeep. All you need is for you to start. When you turn the ignition key, it activates a coil relay which pulls the armature and operates these contacts which short the circuit to the starter solenoid, and then the starter solenoid activates and starts the starter turning. In my video that you're going to see, I show you and explain all about this, but I'm doing this as a lead-in. I'm editing the video that I originally made, because what I'm going to tell you is instead of just using this switch arrangement for a backup, I'm going to use it permanently. I've installed it. I'm keeping my relays, just have relays if I drop it off at the repair shop or someone else needs to use the vehicle or something. What you're seeing is these terminals right here go to a switch. I mounted these male connectors on there, and it'll make it easy. You can touch these and no problem. It's just going to a push button switch mounted on my dash just to the left of my steering wheel. If you see these two terminals, they go to the starter solenoid. If I just, you'll see in the video how to test your starter, and if you're not having any trouble with your starter, you're going to eliminate this problem forever, but just adapt a push button switch when you turn the key. I'm going to show you in a little bit. Okay, so I ran these over, these two wires go over here and through the firewall where I found a grommet that I could run the wire through, and up to the dash area. I don't think you'll have any trouble, but what you do is you connect these in, and I'm going to leave them that way. Push in hard, and you get the spade or the male connectors that are the size of the relay that goes in, and I did. Making sure you get into the proper connection right there. And then I just dress this along through that opening over there, and the lid will close and lock down. Okay, now let's go into the dash and I'm going to show you what happens. There's my switch. It's a simple doorbell switch. I went to Home Depot and they had no other switches, and I wasn't going to go to an auto parts store and waste a lot of time. You don't need anything heavy duty that's a small wattage relay. So a doorbell switch, or go to Advance Auto and get you the prettiest switch you ever want, but you need a push button switch that's open normally. When you push the button, it doesn't lock, that it just springs back, just like a doorbell. All right, I'm going to show you what I did. Right here, there's the two wires that are connected to the contact points that go to the starter solenoid. It's just a straight shot up through there, and you can pull this cover out, and you can actually see where the wire comes in and guide it up through here. And I used, you need a 5/8 or whatever size switch you get, you're going to need a hole that's recommended for that size, and it'll fit right down in there. Okay, so now I don't want to push it because it'll starting. Okay, I don't even have the key in the ignition, and watch. It won't crank though, but every time you push the button, it's going to try to crank. You got to have the key on because that starter solenoid is hot all the time. Now, put your key in, turn it all the way over like you're starting. When it starts, you can let go of the button and the key to normal. Okay, that is cool, I think. Turn it off. Okay, I'm going to start again. Again, I turn the key all the way over, then when it starts, that's it. End of problem. You're not going to anticipate ever starting again. I recommend you to do this. It's easy and will give you relaxation. Plus, it's fun to solve a problem and get around it. As I explained in the video that's coming up, there is a design issue with the connectors of that terminal, I feel, or the ignition switch. It could be either one, but apparently nobody's found it because I haven't seen it online. All I see is change the relay like I've explained to do, and that seems to be the problem. That's why I feel like it's probably, look at this B. That's why that when you rock the relay and just move it around and it'll start starting. So I feel like it's in that connector somewhere, and but this will overcome it. Good luck on yours, G.